Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Buckeye Weekly Podcast. I am Tony Gerdeman, here as always with Tom or Tom. How's it going?
Tony, let me just boldly say that I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, are you just good, huh?
Just good.
Is this the time when we talk about how last week's bold prediction show went? Is that why you're merely good compared to my great?
Oh, no. You may be great. Your bold predictions, you only got one right. All right.
Is that more or less than you?
It's only one. It's basically the same if you round down.
How hard could it be to beat a guy who only got one thing correct? Well, as it turns out, pretty hard. How about that?
Anyway, the only thing you got right was that there would be 2 quarters of scoreless football with the 2 best defenses in the nation. And at the time, I knew I don't like this prediction, but also we were out and about on location last week. So it's like I couldn't research and check. And funnily enough, today, Tom texted, hey, how about we do another out and about? That way there's no ability to research. Those weren't your exact words, but I know the intent. So yes, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Tom, Ohio State plays Grambling State.
Where you put the crown on my head? No.
Okay. Your Honor. Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. We should explain quickly.
Yes.
That our rule for this week, it is Grambling. So, Jeremiah Smith catches 7 touchdown passes in the span of 3 minutes that's not even bold this week. So the rule this week is you cannot pick anything specific to a starter. So you can't pick anything specific to Julian Sayin or Jeremiah Smith or Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs. You guys know what a starter is. So you cannot pick anything specific to a starter. So this is going to be a lot of, here's what the third running back might do. And Tony, here's what the third running back might do. Bo Jackson has at least 17 yards rushing before halftime, at least 34 yards rushing after halftime, and scores a touchdown at some point.
I like this one. The 17 yards is the tougher one.
Yes, because
but they're going to play him in the first half, probably. But you still have got to do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last time Ohio State played an HBCU school was 2013. That was Florida A&M.
The only time in history, yes.
Do you remember what Ezekiel Elliott did in that game as a true freshman? He rushed for about 160 yards on like 14 carries. I don't know how many of those came in the first half. Again, we're outside. I'm on one phone.
It was 12 years ago against a different school.
Well, I mean, if you want to, okay. I don't like it. 17, 34, and 1 touchdown.
I believe a minute ago you said, I like that.
I know, that's why I don't like it. That's mainly what I don't like about it. Because then I started thinking again about he's probably going to play in the first half. I would almost prefer, Tom, 34 in the first half, 17 in the second half, no touchdown. But I don't know if I'd really prefer that.
Yeah, see, the first half feels like, it feels like he's going to play more after halftime.
Mm-hmm.
34 in the first half. Yeah, I can see why you would prefer that.
Mm-hmm.
I do also feel like 17 in the first half, 34 in the second half, and the touchdown as the sweetener feels like that's.
But the touchdown can't be in the, whichever, you can pick which quarter you don't want it to be in the second half.
Can't be in overtime. Touchdown cannot be in the...
Unless it's over 34 yards.
Fourth quarter.
Okay. Unless it's over 34 yards, then you can have it.
Okay.
That's terrible. Why did I just do that? All right. So 17 yards in the first half, 34 in the second half, and 1 touchdown. But it cannot be in the fourth quarter unless it is over 34 yards. And a 34-yard touchdown run, as we know, would not count.
Okay, we are 4 minutes and some change in, and we've done half of the first round. So either we're going to have to speed this up a little, or we're going to be out here until Saturday morning.
We will speed it up because you can't argue with mine. I will also have a Bo Jackson bold prediction. Bo Jackson has at least 2 carries equal to or greater than his jersey number of 25.
2 carries equal to or greater. So he has 2 rushes of 25 yards or longer.
Do you know how many he has this year so far?
Well, he hasn't played yet, so I'm going to guess the answer is 0. And he also has not played
last year.
Previous this. I like it. However, in the interest of making it slightly more complicated,
Oh,
and in the interest of staying true to the spirit of the show, one of the carries must be equal to or greater than the length or the number of the other Bo Jackson's jersey, 34. Just to make it difficult.
yeah, that's too difficult. I like the 2 of 25. Do you know the last Ohio State running back to have 2 carries of 25 yards in a game?
I don't know. It sounds like something that doesn't happen very often.
It does not happen very often. So now Justice Haynes did it last week, but he plays for Michigan. So I'm going to stick with the 25 and 25, Tom, as the sun lowers, the moon behind us hires.
That's not a word.
It's trying to stop you.
Two rushes of 25 yards each is perfectly fine. I just wanted to see if you would show the respect to the listeners.
Nope.
We all have seen the answer. That's fine. We'll move on. Tony, let me tell you what's going to happen in the span of 17 minutes and 34 seconds at some point during the football game on Saturday.
Okay.
In the span of 17 minutes and 34 seconds, Ohio State will score at least 34 points in some span of 17 minutes and 34 seconds.
I can't say no to that other than the fact.
Darn right you can't. Let's move on.
The last time when they played Florida A&M, they had 34 points in the first quarter.
Yes. Okay. Are they playing 2013 Florida A&M?
No.
Okay.
All right. In the span, oh man, 17 minutes and 34 seconds, they score 34 points. All right.
That is really good. That is extremely good and true to format. You're exactly correct.
There's too much show lore in there to like, what about more? It's like, no, it's all in there. You got all of the food groups. All right.
Grambling is a sometimes food.
Here's one. You probably also have this one. Devin Sanchez, true freshman cornerback, will have an interception this week.
Oh, you're not going to believe what is 2 down on my list. Devin Sanchez has a first career interception.
That's why
how are we going to sort out this? What a pickle.
It was my first one that I wrote down, and I was going to go with it first because I knew you would also have it. Mm-hmm. So is this the first to call it? Because how do you increase it unless you want to make it a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer? Because I believe Jermaine Matthews was a 3-pointer.
How about this?
What?
You can take it for the first and third quarters or the second and fourth quarters, and I will take the others. Think about how devastating it would be when he gets one and it's during the quarters that are not the ones that you got to think about how funny this will be for the person who doesn't get it.
And then you're out one of your,
unless he gets 2.
Nobody gets it.
No, we need the points. We're both going to take the points.
All right. So who gets to choose? I guess.
Well, you get to.
I don't want to choose.
Well, you get to choose because you are the one who.
Correct. I was the first one. I called dibs.
And this feels like I'm
going to go second and fourth.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to. He may not play in the fourth.
He might not.
He's going to play in the first and the third.
Yes, but how much?
I mainly need him in the third. The second and the third quarter, I think they're 2 key quarters, and we're each getting one of those.
Yes.
But Grambling will be throwing the ball more in the third. I don't know if they will. They may just want to get out of Dodge. They might want to go home, so they may not throw it. How don't we just neither one of us use this one?
No. I think the best way to have this happen is for you to spend the rest of this time overthinking this.
Yeah.
And then choosing the wrong one right at the end of the show. So that's what we're going to do. We'll come back to this after we do the friendlies.
Okay.
All right, Tony. Lincoln Kienholz has a career high of 6 completions and 77 yards. He meets or exceeds both of those in this game.
Can you give me that one again?
Lincoln Kienholz, career highs, 6 completions, 77 yards. Meets or exceeds both of those numbers.
Yeah, well, he's going to. Because I also have a Lincoln Kienholz one here, and he has at least 112 yards passing because his career total is 111.
Okay. Then I will let you have that one. And how about this? How about I add in 6 completions, 77 yards, and he must throw a touchdown.
I think that's going to happen though. So all
right, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to that because they are going to want him to throw the ball.
I have other ones. How about this one, Tony? Riley Pettijohn, true freshman linebacker. Oh, he's laughing because he definitely has one.
That's my second one. Go ahead.
I have 4 tackles, including at least half of a tackle for, some kind of an impact play, tackle for loss, sack.
Here's again mine, and I think he's going to hit those. 4 tackles, half a tackle for loss. I have Riley Pettijohn with 1.5 impact plays. Now we can both do this.
Yes.
I would like 5 tackles on your part.
That's
because
fine.
he's going to play both halves.
That's fine. I am perfectly fine with taking 5 tackles, including at least 1 impact play, and you have more than one impact play.
I feel like you've got a better shot on that one. But also, Devin Sanchez, I'll take the first and the third quarter.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Really sure?
Yes.
Oh boy, I have bad news about what's going to happen.
What's good? What do you mean?
No, sorry. Just to be clear, I'm not saying bad news for me. I just want to be clear on that point. All right.
So now we're moving through this. I think it's your turn.
Okay. Well,
I've gone through 3, 4.
We've both done 4 now.
All right.
So, all right.
All right.
So
you got to slow things down here, Tom.
we do. All right. So how about this one? CJ Hicks has multiple impact plays.
Here's the problem with that. He's going to start.
Is he?
Most likely. Well, Bo Atkinson may start, but he's going to be out there.
But you take the 2 guys you would like
Right.
to define as starters, because I was assuming it was going to be Bo Atkinson and
Caden Curry.
Curry.
Right. Yeah.
So then
you're
CJ
right.
Hicks would be.
But then CJ Hicks played for Kenyatta Jackson a lot in that game. And I'm not expecting Kenyatta Jackson to play.
No.
Multiple TFLs, you said?
I said multiple impact plays.
Okay. Multiple being 2.
More than 1, yes. We could also do Lincoln Kienholz throws for at least 6 completions, 77 yards, and CJ Hicks as an impact play. Just smush them all together.
I don't like any of those. We'll do the CJ Hicks multiple impact plays.
Okay. All right. And just to define impact plays, tackles for loss, sacks, forced fumble, fumble recovery, interception, PBUs count? No. Okay.
I don't like that. It's not, I wouldn't get away with it, but you know how it goes. All right, Tom, my next one for a player who does not start and will not start, didn't even play last week. Mylan Graham scores a touchdown. Redshirt freshman, wide receiver, did not play last week, as we know, is going to play this week. That touchdown may come from Lincoln Kienholz. It may be an end around. I think he's going to score this week.
Now the listeners at home, and not the listeners, the viewers at home know what I wish I had thought to put a Mylan Graham bold prediction in here. Face looks like, because I wish I'd put a Mylan Graham bold prediction in here. Yeah, that's a good one. I have no real cause to say no. It's never happened before, but I think there's a very good possibility of that happening. So good. And the helicopter has gone right overhead, just as per show lore. Tail number is 1737. And all right, we'll let that pass overhead. And okay, so yeah, I like that one. It's one that it probably will happen. It should happen. This is the type of game where the guy who's kind of the next guy in the line tends to do that kind of thing.
We'll see. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. That's why it's bold.
Oh, so would you like me to take it and you can take something else?
Well, I mean, it's already on my phone. I've already written it down.
Okay.
Can't change it now. You can edit stuff on your Google Doc.
Yeah. All right.
2-pointer.
2-pointer, boy. This one feels like it should be worth more than 2. This one feels like it should be worth 5 points. And it's only my 2-pointer because I really like my 3-pointer.
Okay.
Nick McLarty has 2 career punts. Okay. 17-34 Australia. These are the 3 the staples of this show. 2 career punts. One is for 30 yards. One is for 35 yards. So if I tell you that Nick McLarty can have a punt of at least 55 yards on Saturday, that feels like it should be worth more than 2 points. Think about how many times they're going to punt.
Right. I am. And so in that, he may punt once or twice.
He may punt once or twice.
There's no pressure.
There's no pressure. They might be at midfield, in which case you can't punt 55 yards because it's not Canadian football.
Here's the biggest problem I always have with these shows is that by Wednesday, it's like my end of the week. I am done. I have no more to give.
Best Wednesdays in podcasting, they call it.
And I don't like this. This one is dislike the least. So good job based on compared to many of your others. So you're going to keep going to the Nick McLarty bucket until you finally get one.
Think about how excited I'll be when I hit a Nick McLarty bold prediction.
So I will allow this at least 55, you said, right?
55, yes. 20 yards longer than his career long.
Wow. Could he possibly even do it?
I don't know. It'd be pretty bold to predict that he would.
Here's my problem. Another problem that I have with the show is like my 2-pointer is so much more bold and my 3-pointer is
okay.
as well.
I will tell you what. I will reserve the right to trade bold predictions with you. Since you feel yours is so much bolder, I will give you the extremely likely to happen. Guy who's never done this does this on the off chance that they're punting.
Here's
from the right spot on the field. Go ahead.
I do, and here's one that I won't use, but I'm going to write about because I think it's going to happen. Julian Sand's going to start like 12 for 12, and he may go like 18 of 20 in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I do think he has a chance of setting the Ohio State completion percentage record in the game. My 2-pointer, Tom. This is probably I found only 4 times in Ohio State history that this has ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ohio State will average at least 10 yards per play in this game.
Ohio State will average at least 10 yards per play. See, the problem is they're going to have, like, the fact that they're going to get, they're going to be running the clock in the second half. They're going to put up 600 yards total offense.
They've never done this against an FCS school.
Yeah, so that's
4 times in school history.
Wow. Okay. So when
in modern history.
So when I tell you that I cannot wait to trade my Nick McLarty one to you for that one, you will gleefully take that trade, right? Because it's obviously not going to happen. Yours is so much bolder than mine.
I don't like the Nick McLarty thing though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what? Knowing that the last time it happened, by the way, 2021. They did it in 2015 at Virginia Tech. The amazing thing is, Tom,
they did it in 2015 at Virginia Tech.
They did this 3 times in 2021, once in 2015, and like maybe back in the olden days they did it, but I doubt it because they're running the ball.
2021. So they did it against what? Akron, probably?
Minnesota, not Akron, I don't believe.
No.
Minnesota at the start of the year, and then a couple of games like in the middle of the season.
They averaged 10 yards a play at Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. They didn't have many plays.
That's true. They did.
CJ Stroud threw the ball 22 times in that one.
Yeah, no, I don't care for this one at all. Not even the littlest bit.
So
this is
okay. Here's my 3-pointer,
mm-hmm.
and maybe I don't know what we can do here, because I don't want to go much beyond 10,
mm-hmm.
10.05. Like what?
The stat sheet doesn't go to hundredths of it.
In the fourth quarter, they're just going to be running the ball. So it's not like I could say 11 through the first 3 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Would you prefer that?
I'd love 11.5 through the first 3 quarters.
11.25 through the first 3 quarters.
11.3.
I'm fine. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, 11.3 through the first 3 quarters. All right.
Sorry to the mic.
All right. So my 3-pointer, Tony, and this is so good. This is so specific. Tavien St. Clair throws a touchdown pass to Quincy Porter of 9 yards or longer. 3 points.
In the interest of this show being short and needing it to go longer, I'm going to need it to be at least 10 yards.
Mm.
Hey, you know what? Quincy Porter, his jersey number is 11. Tavien St. Clair's jersey number is 9. Together, that equals 20. Average that, it's 10 yards, at least 10 yards. The math says this is what you need to do. I didn't say 17 yards. I didn't say 34. I prefer 34, at least 10 yards.
Well, I haven't agreed to your 2-pointer yet, so I'm going to say yes to that, and I'm going to say, boy, I've showed a lot of restraints, showing a lot of flexibility here. So yeah, okay, yep. All right, so 10 yards.
You just agreed to my 2-pointer.
No, I didn't.
11.3 through the first 3.
Well, we can go back and check the tape.
You took the finger off the chucker.
All right. Go ahead. What's your terrible three-pointer that's far less bold than mine?
All right, this is something that cannot be done by Brandon Innes or Caleb Downs. So what am I saying? Punt return for a touchdown by the Ohio State Buckeyes on Saturday for 3 points.
Punt return for a touchdown, but not by Brandon Innes or Caleb Downs.
Because though you would consider, and though, Brandon Innes is like the number one guy, Caleb Downs returned a touchdown last year. And me like saying, it can't be Brandon Innes, you'd be like, well, it can't be Caleb Downs. So I'm cutting out the middleman and saying it can't be either of those two guys. I don't know who it would be. That might be Mylan Graham.
I'm going to call in the David Boston exception here, where they cannot have more than 8 guys in the field when they do it.
No, I need at least 8.
At least 8. Okay.
So if they do it with 7, it doesn't count.
But if the player returning the ball steps on one of the hash marks on exactly the 17 or 34-yard line, it does not count.
It does not count. I completely agree. Oh, that would be a painful one.
Man, this is my whole goal with this is just to make this as agonizing as possible, where you go directly from the thrill of victory to the agony. You are falling off the ski jump, just like, oh, sorry, let's go back and watch. Oh, no, foot hits the 34. Tony falls off the ski jump.
You can see the exact moment when Tony sees the foot hit the 34-yard line. All right, Tom, there you go. That's my three-pointer. Did you have a three-pointer, or were you not trying one this week?
I already did one, remember? It was the Tavien Clair to Quincy Porter touchdown pass of 10 yards or longer. So now I've got to come up with something that I think will happen for you. Ohio State averages 10 yards per play. No, that's basically crazy, but Ohio State scores points in at least 2 different quarters.
Okay. All right. I can see that happening. Do you want to name the quarters or just any 2?
I'm gonna let you take any 2.
Any 2. Okay. All right. I'll take that. My bonus for you, Ohio State, the Buckeyes, will average at least 2.4 yards per play in the game.
Can you make it 3.4?
2.8.
That's something to do.
2.8 yards per play.
2.8 yards per play.
And if it's not, boy.
Let me tell you, if it was 3.4 and they didn't get there, we would have bigger problems, such as the civic unrest in Columbus. So you wouldn't really have to worry about not hitting your free. But that's okay. I will accept 2.8 yards per play for Ohio State.
Some of the yards per play in 2008 against Youngstown State with Tressel and a freshman quarterback, not great, if I recall correctly. A lot of 9.98s and 9.95s, not a lot, 2 or 3, but nothing in 98, 95. I was going back. I was trying to find more, but that Virginia Tech game was certainly a standout. And to do it 3 times in 1 year, 4 times, maybe like it's that the Utah, the Rose Bowl was another one. So it was the bad defense, which forced a lot of we got to keep attacking downfield.
Oh, I would have guessed it was the Michigan State game.
It may have been too. It may have been the other one as well.
So what I'm hearing is your research is maybe flawed.
No, I was just looking to see how many times 10 yards. I wasn't necessarily looking all the time at who they were. Okay. I'm scanning. I'm doing a lot of research quickly. You can't, look, when you spend your time doing a lot of research, you can't do a lot of research on certain things. Like you got to move. Like no scientist is like, let's be exhaustive here. No, you got to all right, now what? Now what? And so am I a scientist?
Yeah, you follow the scientific process. Hypothesis, conclusion. That's how it works.
Exactly. So there you go. We did pretty good, Tom. I'm not just saying that for myself. You can say good. Anyway, so there you go. If you would like to hit the thumbs up on this one, or if you thought Tom was too condescending on my English speaking.
Despite the content, if you'd like to hit the thumbs up,
we would appreciate that. And of course, 5-star rating and review on all of your podcast platforms of choice. And as always, you can find us at BuckeyeHuddle.com, where we may not be talking specifically about the bold predictions, but we will be talking about the Grambling State game and everything else the rest of the season. So thank you all for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys later.